Hi golfers, Nick here from American Golf. I'm down at the Thurrock store today, and today I'm reviewing the new Callaway Epic Pro Iron. You may have seen a review recently I did it on the standard Epic head. Today we're looking at the Pro version, which at first glance it looks very similar. If you take a look at the back here, very similar sort of design. It's got a silver bit here in the Pro version, it says Pro as well. Apart from that, there's not much difference looking at the back. Behind the ball you can notice some differences, so there's less of an offset in Pro, which you'd expect, and a thinner sort of top line as well. This is 31 degrees compared to 30 degrees in the standard Epic head. So for a 7-iron, 31 degrees, still pretty strong. So I'm expecting some sort of good distances. Similar technology in the head with the EXO cage and the 360 undercut design to sort of increase ball speed off centre hits and increase MOI. Because it's a Pro iron, I'm going to test this slightly differently to the standard head. So I'm going to hit 5 shots as normal, as best I can. Then I'm going to hit 3 shots trying to shape the ball right to left to try and hit a draw. Then I'm going to hit 3 shots trying to shape the ball left to right to hit a fade. Obviously these clubs are aimed at better, higher skilled golfers that find the middle of the face more easier or like to work the golf ball a little bit more. So I'm going to test its workability to give it an overall performance rating. I'll be using the same shaft as I used in the standard Epic head, which is the Project X loading zone shaft, which is in 6.0, which is what I use. We've got Strixon Z-Star golf balls, and I'm hitting in using the GC2. I've set the green out to about 160, which is about 5 yards longer than I'd normally expect from a 7-iron. So I'm expecting some good distances. Let's see how it performs. So first opinions, I think it looks really nice sitting behind the ball. Much more appealing than the standard Callaway Epic in my opinion. Thinner top line, less of an offset. So we're going to go 5 normal shots to start with. Okay, still feels really solid, really powerful off the face, very similar to the Epic standard head. Callaway have gone for sort of a forge-like feel in this, so let's hit a few more. Feels really strong. Like I'd normally expect to carry this 155. That's a good 10 yards longer. Pretty straight as well, so it does feel better than the standard Epic. Maybe not quite as nice as a soft forge, but pretty good. The 163 carry, very similar to standard Epic I think. When we take a look at the data in a second. Let's go one more. Yeah, it does feel really good, really powerful. Does feel a little bit softer than the standard Epic, so that's 5 standard shots. Okay, so I'm going to try and shape this now. So I'm going to hit 3 draws. I'm playing the ball a bit further back in the stance, slightly different handle location. See how easy it is to shape this golf club. Okay, there's a draw. Lower flight generally will give you a bit more distance. So I do launch it a little bit too high normally. So that launched a little bit lower and sort of carried out to 170. Pretty good though, you saw the shape on that coming back to the green. Same again. Feels really good. You can see if you really need to shape it, you can do. Again, similar sort of carry distance, 170. Okay, last one. Okay, just got that a little bit closer to target there. Again, very consistent, 3 draw shots there. So let's now try and hit 3 fades if we can. Okay, so pretty good performance with the draw shots there. Let's see how easy it is to fade. I'm not expecting as long a distance. Let's see if I can shape it the other way this time. Okay, pretty good. See that shaping back nicely. Not going to quite carry. Yeah, it's definitely down in distance. But definitely shape that. See the difference there. Okay, drop off in distance again. Yeah, right in front of the green, but you can see definitely you can shape these if you need to. Okay, one more. Okay, that felt really good. Still hasn't quite reached the pin, so that's just under 150 carry, so not as long distance with a fade, but you can see if you need to shape these, you can do. So let's sit down now and take a look at some of that data. So you've seen me hit a few shots there on the GC2, so to start with, I'd hit 5 normal shots, just doing my normal golf swing, which I would expect to draw each time. So let's take a look at some of that data. So carry distance first of all, 163. That's about 8 yards longer than I would expect from a 7-iron. In terms of the side spin, very consistent. In terms of where the ball's finished in relationship to the target, the furthest one left was 7 yards, the furthest one right was 8 yards. So within 15 yards, over 5 shots, isn't too bad. I just had a quick look there at all the shots that I hit there, all very consistent in terms of direction. In terms of distance control, first of all with the 5 standard shots, apart from the 4th shot, they were all within 2 or 3 yards in carry distance. So very consistent. Spin rates, again, within sort of 400 or 500 revolutions, are very consistent. The launch angle within 1.5 degrees of each other, which is pretty consistent. And ball speed at 117 miles per hour for 7-iron is really high. So overall, in my standard shots, really impressed with the performance. And the feel's pretty good as well. I've tried the Callaway Epic standard head, and I think this feels a little bit better, and it looks better behind the ball. So really impressed with the performance in the standard shots there. So then I moved on, I hit 3 shots with a draw, 3 shots with a fade, and the important thing to note was every shot that I tried to draw, it drew a lot more. So I increased the revolutions to the left almost by double with the draw shot from a standard. The distance went up and the launch went down, which I'd expect, because when I'm playing these shots, I'd move the ball position a little bit further back for a draw just to help with the swing path, and I changed handle location, so I usually expect a lower sort of flight or lower launch, and as a result a lot of the time that does equate to longer carry distances. In the 3 draw shots, again the carry distance is very similar, all within 2 yards of each other, and in terms of direction, we had one that went 7 yards right and one went 4 yards left, so within the 11 yards of each other, pretty consistent. So really impressed. Ball speed was up to 120 with the draw shot for a 7-iron. That's really high for me. So we moved on. I hit 3 fade shots there. I wasn't expecting to hit them as far, so ball speed dropped down to sort of 112. Carry distances dropped down to 147. So again, I'm expecting it to drop, but it did drop quite a lot with the fade shots there. Backspin went up, launch angle went up. So I do change my ball position, I do change my handle location, so that does affect these results in terms of carry distances, but you can see how consistent the fade was and how consistent the draw shots was. So you can really shape this golf club, you can work it if you need to. It feels good, it performs good, so it just ticks all the boxes for me. So I'm going to give this a grade overall. So I like to give the club a grade on its looks and performance, and also its price as well, which I'll come to in a second. But first of all, on looks and appearance, I'm going to have to give this a 9 out of 10. I think it looks fantastic. From behind it looks really good, so it sits nicely in the rack in the store here. Behind the ball, it looks really good, thinner top line, less of an offset as well, and off the face it feels really good. It feels very close to a forged head, so I was really impressed with the feel. So looks and feel, I'm going to have to give this 9 out of 10. And then we moved on to performance, and I was really impressed with the performance. So I hit 5 standard shots, 3 draw and 3 fade, and all the shots did exactly what I wanted it to do, and the consistency was there as well. Every shot hit the green, all not too far offline. The worst shot I hit out of all those shots was 8 yards to the right, which is really acceptable. So really impressed with the performance. I want to give it a 10 out of 10, but I can't give it a 10 out of 10. Maybe one day I'll do that, but 9 out of 10 for performance. Finally, the price, and as you know, if you've seen my previous video talking about the standard Epic, these are pretty expensive. These are right at the top end in terms of price point. So you're looking at £250 per club, which equates to £1,750 for a set of 7 clubs, which is standard in the UK. Standard set, 7 clubs, £1,750. So really expensive. As a result of that, I'm going to give it 2 points out of 10 for price, which gives an overall rating of 20 out of 30, which is quite impressive considering I only got 2 out of 10 for the price. I'm really impressed with that. One of the best performing irons that I've tried this year. I was really impressed with that. So I'd be interested to get this in people's hands this week, see how they fare with this club because it's brand new out. But if you'd like to try this out, welcome to come down to Any American Golf and we'll be happy to help you out.